Hi, everybody. My name is Jamie Hassek from Blunt Force Brewing and bluntforcebrewing.com. I am also a staff writer for iHeartBeer and obviously one of the brothers of the Templars alongside of you. And today we're going to talk a little bit about our forthcoming show and the things that we are going to attempt to do. But before I do that, I want to go ahead and introduce you to the right and left hand and one of the center focal points of the H2. J.M. Hammond. J.M., go ahead, introduce yourself, brother.
Let's say hello to this little man.
Hey, thanks, Jamie. This is Jason Hammond. You'll see me on Facebook as J.M. Hammond, out on Twitter, J.M. iHeartBeer, and I too am one of the brothers of the Pints Templars, staff writer for iHeartBeer.net, and now I'm H2. Part of the Hx2 Beer Hour coming to you live here soon, and man, just excited to get this rolling. We get to talk about what our passions are, what we love, and we're definitely taking it back to you guys and get feedback from you and fill you in on what you want to hear too.
All right, man, awesome. So
yeah, fist pump.
That's a fist pump because listen, we just started out with this stuff. Most of the things that we have are all new equipment, and Jam and I were talking. It's like, listen, as well as JP from iHeartBeer.net. We'll plug him a little bit more, but we're trying to get stuff together, and we wanted to push something out before St. Patrick's Day. Typically, the show is going to be about an hour long, and it's going to be covering a variety of different things. We did put the playlist of the first 4 episodes that we were talking about out there. So go ahead and jump on iHeartBeer.net. We are looking at a series of things for you. To be able to participate in with us, and we also are going to try to push that out in multiple different media sources for you to be able to grab, whether it be a podcast, an MP3, or download a video. But more specifically, we're going to try to drive our action towards a new show brought out that is going to be collaborated with JP and iHeartBeer.net, Beer TV, trying to bring a bunch of other people together into the equation. But we could not be amiss. So today we are going to cover ground on a couple of things. JM and I are going to go through, the history of St. Patrick's Day. We're going to talk about beers that you should probably be drinking. We're going to cover a little bit of news on what we are doing for St. Patrick's Day, as well as things that you could possibly do. So before we go on, I'm going to throw it back to you, big man, and let us know. Tell us a little bit about, hey, what do you think that with this holiday that everybody is Irish and should actually be trying to dive into and drink?
Well, thanks, Jamie. Got to say that for most people, kind of the standard fare is your green beer, which you'll find out at a lot of the celebrations. Definitely your Guinness or Guinness Extra Stout. A lot of people go with a traditional Irish red. But one of the beers that really intrigues me is the new one that came out by Stone. It's the Irish Pale Lager, and it is actually a mildly hoppy lager, and their intentions were to bring the black and tan back for St. Patrick's Day. So
I didn't see that.
Yeah, it's I just happened across some of it at the bottle shop, so I'm going to actually be doing a piece on iHeart Beer, mixing some of my favorite local beers, such as Work Wing, 10-ton stout.
Nice. What's the ABV on that one? Alcohol.
I'll have to look it up. I'm not sure. It doesn't say on this one. But I'm a half a glass ham with no lunch, and I've got a little head change. So
that's what I thought. Good. Good for you.
So, along with your classic traditional stout from Guinness, definitely any of your local guys, most of them are pumping out stouts right now. Like I said, the Work Wing 10 tons pretty solid. Southern Tier 2X Milk Stout. I know
that's a great one, man. That was a good one.
I know Left Hand Brewing, the Nitro Milk Stout. Actually, if you're an untapped user, you can get you the nice St. Patty's Day badge for pouring one hard, like they like to have you do. And then, of course, you know, your Irish Reds. I've got to really tip my cap to Great Lakes Brewing from Cleveland area. Their Conway's is just ridiculous. It's one of the best Irishes that I've had. And then a buddy of mine that's the head of my homebrew club, also the owner of Paradise Brewing and Paradise Brewing Supplies, came out with a red-headed stepchild, Irish Red, and for something local, the guy just got a lot of passion for beer, but he threw it down a good one too, and he's backing it up with a Russian Imperial Stout. So if you're in the Cincinnati, Dayton area like I'm in, there's lots of options, and definitely don't feel afraid to do a little mixing it up. Throw an Irish Red on the bottom of your stout. Find that Irish Pale Lager, make you a Black and Tan, or just stray a little bit from the natural. Find some crazy stouts. There's plenty of them out there. Everybody's making some pretty good stouts these days.
No, you know what, you bring up some great points, man. So it's and for those of you who don't know, you want to talk about a brotherhood, man. We got JM and I, the big man. We met not too long ago, but we had the same passion for beer, and what we were trying to do is push that and help those just as much in our community out. So he's in Cincinnati, and I'm down here currently in Virginia and Stafford. But we can still interact, and there's a lot of great things and stuff that we're actually end up doing. And more specifically, like tonight, it's one of those things that I'm going to go down. I'm going to cover an event downtown. Well, not downtown, but at Adventure Brewing, and they got a St. Patrick's Day event. I'm going to be down there for that. But a little bit of history with that too is, hey, we got to understand where St. Patrick's Day came from. So here's this dude. Literally, I'm going to break it down to what I like to call Barney style. That was in Old Brit. Got grabbed up, sold off as a slave, went down to Ireland, hung out there for a little bit, broke away, went back up north, joined the religious church, as you will, and then from there decided to go back down there and preach in the promised land of Ireland to try to go down and save some souls for the most part. So this is pretty much the celebration of what he ended up trying to do. And of course, once you had the settlement to America, there was a lot of people that came into play. There's a lot of history that goes behind there, and of course, beer is one of them. If you take a look at Boston, St. Patrick's Day celebration brings over 600,000 visitors to each city, and it's just for nationwide. We figure we probably, and I know we do have people that are out there, so we're going to kind of canvass the area a little bit with this stuff. New York City, that's the place of the oldest civilian parade, which boasts over 150,000 participants in it. And then you got Scranton, God bless Pennsylvania, where I'm originally from, one of the Commonwealths, the greatest states in the nation, but I understand that people from Texas will probably continue to argue with me on that. But they put on a parade that gives you about 150,000 people. Chicago has a huge Irish community. It's one of the largest Chicago celebrations these days, and that's where they actually dye the river green. I do know in Savannah, Georgia, they end up doing the same thing and draw a great crowd from that. We can't forget about places like New Orleans. Okay, so the coastal, that coast was one of the largest points of the immigration for the Irish and St. Patrick's Day celebrations that held that community, or held in that community in the neighborhood. So New Orleans isn't just holding it down during Mardi Gras. Man, they really rack it up when it comes to St. Patrick's Day as well. So JM, I know we talked a little bit about, hey, what I'm doing. I'm going to go down there and cover some stuff and write about this for iHeartBeer.net. What do you got planned for St. Patrick's Day?
Well, since you were on the whole parade list there, Cincinnati has hosted one for I think probably the better of 30 years, but I have to double check and get the actual number. But my brothers in homebrewing, Cincinnati Malt Infusers, we've got our float out there today. We've got Mrs. and Mr. Keg on the float, and I know the guys are out there driving around having a good time right as we speak.
Awesome.
But due to the show, of course, I didn't get to participate this year, but there's always next year. I did see some stuff. California's kicking off right around San Francisco. They've got a nice parade going on today. I saw at Russian River had noted on Twitter that they've got some stuff going on to do with that. So it's definitely coast to coast. We know today is a day of celebration, and it's nice to have a little bit of history of it. Some people don't know where it came from, but I think just about everybody knows it's a day to get smashed and act silly. So we can always share and embrace one another for that. But as far as my plans, I took Tuesday off of work to actually hit the holiday on its day for once. I haven't done it in a long time. And heading down to downtown Dayton to the Dublin pub. Festivities kick off at 4 a.m. I don't think I'm going to get up that early, but we're going to hit it early in the morning. And then Flanagan's Pub on the other side of town, they've got a nice setup. They've got a shuttle going on between the two pubs. They've got venues all day. They've got Irish dancing. They've got Irish bands. They've got tons of beer on tap. And it'll just be kind of like a melee of people just getting crazy. Green beer starts flowing at 5 a.m. at Dublin Pub.
Right, got some now.
Flanagan's is going to kick it in about 8 o'clock, and it'll just be a good old time. I, too, am going to put a little piece on I Heart Beer about all the chaos that ensues on St. Patty's Day in downtown Dayton, and we'll see what kind of fun we're going to have.
Right on, man. And you know what? So we all talk about green beer. Let me tell you what. You know, we will continue to cover a lot of this stuff, but I have got my green beer. So if you really want to add to festivities, this is a beer that I made. You want to take a wheat ale, something that's very light, and really all you do is drop some green food dye in there. And I've had people ask me, like, where do you get green beer? I'm like, well, you take light beer and you make it green with food dye.
Oh, man. I always thought you had to have the green beer cow or the green beer goat.
You could have the, you know, that's a good point. Besides that, before I forget, I do like your Lucky Charms box. But go ahead, tell people about that.
Well, yeah, I did decide to throw in the background the old Lucky Charms St. Patty's Day box. The kids have been rocking it for about a week, so I figured I'd sneak it in there and see if anybody picked it out. So I guess, Jamie, as far as our game goes, you've got 10 points up on me for sneaking that one out in the background.
Yeah, well, you know, for those of you who don't know, I rock the Pints Templar shirt right here, baby, and you can go to iheartbeer.net to grab those. And
I'm rocking the Beer Oh Yeah shirt, so you can find it there as well.
That's the beer. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Look at that. So that's a great piece of gear. You know, but JM actually found the fish sticker behind me, and you'll get to know a little bit of our personalities as we go along. We are both very passionate in craft beer, and what we want to try to do is extend that in the show. And again, you know, JP, man, you know, thank you. You rock at what you're trying to do, and we're with you 100%. I'm going to start throwing down some plugs, and I'll push it to the big man to close this out. But realistically, you know, I want to thank JP from iHeartBeer.net again, you know, for giving us the opportunity to not only write about and share our experience. So if you got an opportunity to go out there, and as well as, you know, the Brewski brothers, I'm calling you out, man. We want you on the show. We want to talk to you. We want to be on your show because, hey, as part of the cause together, you know, we fight together, we brew together. Okay, we stand together. You'll find out that I'm very passionate about that stuff, and you know, hopefully we can get them on as well. Better Beer Authority, I'm throwing it out there to you too because, you know, Richard writes for iHeart Beer as well, and those guys, if you haven't seen their stuff, you need to go check them out. And then going beyond that, you know, Templars, those that love craft beer and want to support us, we're looking for your information. We plan on getting you on the show. We got some great gigs and great things showing up right now. We're going to try to get JP on the second show. We put the playlist out there at iHeartBeer.net. We want you to go take a look at it. Help us out. Look and see what it is that you want to do because we're going to start off basic, and we're not just going to cover a lot of the home brewing stuff. We want to cover some of the news. We want to cover some of the interesting things and make it entertaining. We want to bring you on this ride with us, man, and we look forward to doing exactly that. The last plug I've got, you know, Jason and Jason, my boys out of Pittsburgh, over a couple of beers, they put together a great a podcast. I was supposed to be on their show last week. I had technical difficulties. Again, I'm sorry, brothers, but we'll get it together. I know that they are about ready to do some great stuff, and in fact, they're probably in Virginia right now covering some deals. So we're going to work on that, and then, you know, next weekend, Blunt Force Brewing is going to be up in Buffalo for a veterans event, putting forth some beer for donations and etc. for the troops. So I'll put that there. And JM, what I want you to do, brother, God bless you, and thank you for sharing this stuff with me. I'm going to let you take the last word and the plugs that you want. Take us away, bro.
All right, man. Well, I just want to say it's great to know you. It's great to be part of this community and great to be part of this family. And I know that you and I share the same passion. We're out here not just for our two fat heads to show up on a video screen and people to be forced to look at it. We definitely want this to be the people's show. We're looking to push the cause. We definitely want everybody on board. Those that care about it and those that support craft beer, we want you to have a better understanding not only of the brewing process, the things that we do, but also the people behind the scenes that we love. The guys that make the beer that we like locally, the guys that make the beer we like nationally, and it's definitely your show. So, you know, we're out there, we're reachable. You know, we're on Twitter, we're on Facebook. We've got the iHeart Beer TV channel coming on YouTube. We've got a bunch of new stuff kicking off. So just look for us, reach out to us, send us a message. We'll definitely get back to you. We're just two guys, and we're not beyond reproach. So definitely a couple of plugs I wanted to throw out. We had a very large local issue this week that really came to a head. The Greater Cincinnati Beer Brewers were facing some serious fines, levies, also some costs for some things that the Metropolitan Sewer District was trying to do. And I just want to throw it out to Chris Nasmacino, owner of Brew Monkeys, also one of my fellow brothers in Cincinnati Malt Infusers. Through him and Jesse over at WCPO Channel 9 News, they brought the story to a head and got the mayor involved and got the sewer district to put a halt to possibly putting out a couple of the local Cincinnati area brewers out of business with what they're trying to do right now as far as surcharges on waste costs and some other things that were going on. So, and it was nice to see it. We got the mayor on board, that the mayor recognizes that the local guys, not only are they bringing in revenue and bringing in jobs, but they're reaching back out to the community, and they're also bringing other business in the community. A lot of people don't understand what all it takes to support a brewery. It's not just buying the supplies, making the beer, the water, and the guys working there. There's tons of other businesses that come in as far as the maintenance, distribution, you know, you name it. There's packaging. There's all kinds of other things that are involved in this industry, and a single brewery just definitely adds to the community and enriches the community. And a lot of these guys are local based, and they really feel strong about the downtown area, which is getting revitalized. So definitely, I know the guys at Rheingeist, the guys down at Blank Slate, Bad Tom Brewing, some of the upstarts coming, the Grayscale Urban Artifact Brewery. Some of these guys, Mad Tree, got a nice sigh of relief and a little bit of a reprieve in this, so that they can keep kicking it along. And I'm sure, you know, cooler heads will prevail and everything will get worked out. The breweries weren't saying that they didn't want to pay for the surcharges because they know they're pushing out waste, but you can't just drop something on a business and ask $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 out of them right out of the drop of the hat. So hopefully they'll come to an agreement and everybody can budget for it and move along with it. Some of the other shout-outs I want to say, definitely in the local area, Brown Ale Girl. Definitely look for her doing some collaboration with iHeartBeer.net.
Right for it.
Thank you definitely to JP for giving us this forum, letting us do what we do. And I do want to put a little plug out to a new local upstart coming in Mount Healthy area of Ohio near Cincinnati, Fibonacci Brewing Company. They were kind enough to reach out to me, so keep your eyes out. I get to enjoy a brew day, brew tour with their new nano brewery that they're opening, talk to the owners. Seem like they're very passionate with the cause too. And you know, Jamie and myself, we're just here to let you know what you need to know and what you want to know. So thanks for joining us, and I'll throw it back to you, Jamie, to take us out, man.
All right, brothers. So that's it. You know what? Thank you very much. Green Beer, enjoy your weekend. Make it safe, and understand that we are here for you, and what we are doing is for you in our community and the things that we love in. And God bless you, everyone. So cheers. Wait a minute. There it is. I'll have to edit that. All right. Yeah. Nailed it. Not really. We're out.